Hey, book lovers, book readers, book friends. Welcome to Read This Book. I am your book hostess, LaShonda, and welcome to this week's book review of The Kiss Thief by L.J. Shen. L.J. Shen is an author that I have not read before, but this book popped up on a number of you should read this book lists as I was scouring the internet. And then a coworker actually gave me the name in the book as well. Like, you have to read this book. And I was like, well, okay. It's popping up everywhere. And now I know someone that read it and they loved it. So I was like, game on. It's an Italian mafia romance book, which I'm here for Italian mafia. I'm here actually for all the mafias, pretty much. Yeah, but anyway, let me stay on track. It's an Italian mafia romance, and it centers around Francesca Rossi, who is the young daughter of the Chicago mob boss Arthur Rossi, and their rival Senator Wolf Keaton. And this story is one of where Francesca is 19. She's been sheltered her whole life. She's been promised to another Italian mafia Don's son. And she's looking forward to, when they'll make their announcement for their engagement and she has her first kiss. And, she leads her life as this pampered, Italian heiress, I guess, if you want to say it that way. And those plans are thwarted when Senator Wolf Keaton steals her kiss. She is waiting for her childhood crush, the one that she's been quote unquote promised to come and kiss her at midnight while they're at this ball. But instead of him kissing her, Senator Keaton kisses her instead. And she has it in her mind that whoever gives her her first kiss is her true love. And so now she's all like verklempt because she's like, oh my God, who's this old guy? And why did he kiss me? And he can't be my true love because I'm promised to Angelo. And I'm like, girl, I don't think that's going to happen. So turns out that Senator Wolf Keaton actually despises her and her entire family. And he actually has a grudge against her father because her father killed his entire family. She doesn't know this. And so just to further aggravate her father and make his life hell, he goes to him and basically is like, you're going to give me your daughter or else. She has no idea what is happening. She just knows that all of a sudden she's taken by this older guy who was rude to her at a ball and kissed her. And now she has to go with him and she's like perplexed. And in typical teenage fashion, she has a hissy fit. She goes on a hunger strike and, just all this foolishness. And I'm like, girl, you need to call your people and you need to figure out what is happening because you about to be basically sold. Which is pretty much what happened. Senator King took her and was like, you're mine now. And he didn't want her, not at first. But then as he got to know her and they talked and he saw that she wasn't exactly an airhead. She had just been very sheltered and pampered her whole life. And she had an expectation of how her life was going to go. She was going to marry her childhood crush. They was going to have these little Italian babies. And she was going to be, happily ever after as, married to the mob boss per se, because he was going to take over the family. So when that didn't happen, she's really thrown off and doesn't know what's happening. And she just knows that she is in this big mansion with this senator guy who hates her guts and she doesn't know what to do. In the meantime, the senator is a major, major jerk face. I just wanted to punch him in his imaginary face, okay? I wanted to punch him. He was rude. He was condescending. He treated her like dirt until she finally got a little bit of a backbone and was like, listen, I didn't ask to be here. I don't want you. You don't want me. So what you gonna do, homie? So he kind of changed his attitude and started to, have some feelings for her that he didn't want to have, but he was also very controlling and very possessive too. Because once he let his guard down and started liking her, you know, the slightest little thing that she did that didn't please him, he would just be a complete and total ass. In the meantime, her father could care less what is happening to her. All he is trying to do is save his position as the head of the Chicago mob family. He's just trying to keep his drugs flowing and whatever he needs to do to keep his stuff intact. Like, he literally did not care what happened to her. He didn't. And that was the thing. Like, okay, you're the mob boss. This guy just comes in, take your daughter, and he threatens you with something, and you just gonna let that ride? Like, no. You know, where's the made men? Where's your posse? Where's your soldiers? You know, that's supposed to go storm the castle and get your daughter back, you know, and then she marries her intendant and we live happily ever after. That didn't happen. And I was so pissed, y'all. I was like, come on, this is not how this story is supposed to go. Well, LJ Shen decided that, yeah, no, that's not what we're doing. We're not going to do this. I'm going to just really make you mad. I'm going to piss you off to the highest level of festivity because some things happen between Francesca and Wolf, who's the senator. And I'm like, oh my God. No, he did not. He did not just make her get on her knees and beg him. And then he just, whoop. Yeah. Senator Wolf Keaton, he's not my friend. I don't like him, and I still want to punch him in his imaginary face. So some time goes along. Francesca realized that her dad really does not give a damn. He's not coming to save her. He's not trying to help her. She's basically just a pawn between these two guys who basically have this rivalry, and they're set on destroying one another. And once Wolf starts realizing that he has feelings for Francesca and that, you know, she's really just a simple girl who wanted to have a simple life. You know, she's very beautiful. You know, he lets his guard down. But then in true typical fashion, you know, he gets the wrong idea about something that happened. And then he just flips the lid and goes just batshit crazy and treats her like trash. Like trash, y'all, like trash. And I was like, girl, get you a backbone, and you need to let him know that you are not the one, okay? You are Italian mafia. You are the daughter of the Don. Do something. What she do, y'all? What she do? She go back to our parents' house and lick her wounds. Really? Really? I was so pissed at this book. I was so pissed. So she packs up her stuff. She goes back to her parents' house. You know, Wolf realizes that he's a jerk and he handled this wrong and that he really does love her and care for her and yada yada. And so he goes to go get her back, and he's very prideful and very arrogant, and you know, and because of his pride and that arrogance and his, you know, need to be right, you know, he would not yield. He wouldn't yield to her. He wouldn't yield to her father. And she was not coming back until he showed her that he could swallow his pride and man up, like man up in this relationship and treat me with respect. And so when she saw that he was willing to swallow his pride, and he did, because he did what he would never do. He would never bow down and kneel to no one, but he bowed down to her father so that she would come back and they could live their life. So you got all this angst and all this drama, and it's just this drama between these two men, and here's this poor girl just caught in the middle, and she's so, it's because she's young and she don't know no better. Yeah. Then that's my issue with the book. You know, I wanted it to go a certain way and it didn't. You know, you got this drama and you got the angst. You know, you have the breaking down of walls where he realized that I'm an asshole and I need to swallow my pride and I really need to be good to her because she doesn't deserve, you know, the way that I'm treating her, and, you know, she's the mother of my children and all this foolishness and stuff. And then it's like, okay, he realizes that she takes him back and they live happily ever after. Boo! I was not here for that. I was not here for it. So while it is a good story, is if you want your happy ever after, if you like the whole, you know, men swallowing their pride and, you know, coming to their senses and go back and get the love of your life, then this book is for you. But if you need just some drama and you need, you know, the woman to rise up and be like, not today, you know, if you just want a little bit more, yeah, this book is not that. This is a sweet, happily ever after ending to this arranged marriage type situation. And so again, it's not a bad book. I just wanted something different from it. I wanted a different ending, and that's my bad. LJ Shen actually wrote a really good book. And if you want to read a good, sweet Italian mafia romance, then you should read this one. All right, so I will be back next time with a review of The Women of V series by Danielle Allen. And there's some other great books I'm reading that I cannot wait to share with you. So until the next time, read a good book.